All right, folks. Welcome back to the Masters Edition. Rob, how we doing?
Good on yourself, Tom.
I'm doing good, buddy. We're all mastered out. Obviously, you got that small little patch on your hat.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell, it says it's the Masters logo. If you couldn't tell,
That thing's unbelievable. You know who you actually look like right now? It's Happy Gilmore's caddy. Yes.
I wish I had a cracker.
We're all masters out here. We got everything on. We're ready to roll for
Oh man, I've been Masters week. Excited about it. And as soon as the tournament ended yesterday, I was waiting for all the emails about the pools.
Yeah,
it's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, a lot of Masters going on.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of bets being placed. Again, this is like the Super Bowl of golf, right?
Oh yeah.
But let's recap before we dive, because we're going to dive into the Masters here. Let's recap real quick. The Valero, another awesome first-time winner, JJ Spaun. Super cool to see. Played great, especially after opening up with a double bogey. I think I saw a stat. The only other person to do that there was Tiger Woods.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to open up with a double bogey and then go on to win the tournament. But again,
yeah, he's had some health issues too, so it's good to see.
Yeah,
bounce.
Yeah, so. I don't think there's much better than a first-time winner on the PGA Tour, and we've had a ton of them this year. So,
they say the 9th already.
Is it the 9th?
I thought I saw that stat on Twitter. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I saw the 9th first-time winner.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, overall, good tournament. I thought Bo Hostler had a chance. That guy was hitting it all over the planet. He kind of shit the bed, maybe like 13, 14 early, and then kind of just fell apart down the run. But yeah, I mean,
they all had chances to get into the Masters, right? You know, you had Cooch, that had to win to get in the Masters. You had obviously JJ Spaun gets in the Masters now too, but Bo would have gotten the Masters. So it's kind of crazy what they played for their first win, as well as getting to do what they've always wanted to do. What they dream of is playing in the Masters. So
right, I was just gonna say, what do you think JJ Spawn's most excited for, that paycheck or the Masters invite?
The Masters invite.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be like on cloud 9. Like, it kind of sucks for him though. He probably, knowing that he got into the Masters, I'm assuming he didn't get to celebrate like everybody else has for going on tour. I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching on the range today, and it was like, they're pulling everybody to interview, and not to jump ahead, but they had Luke List, right? And they were talking about when he was there when he was 17, and he hasn't been there since he was 17, and he's got all these feelings again. So I can only imagine what JJ Spaun is feeling right now,
Right. But I'm assuming, he probably had a couple drinks. I would hope, but I'm sure he didn't pull a late night, knowing he had to travel, get to the Masters, kind of figure out, logistics and all of that. But yeah, super cool. Again, to see a first-time winner on the PGA Tour is always awesome. I'm sure that guy's going to just be flying by the seat of his pants this week for the Masters. But speaking of the Masters, I don't even know where to start. We got a lot. I mean, there's just so much good about the Masters.
Well, I think it started you could say it started last week with Tiger, right? But it was awesome on Saturday watching the NWA with the girls amateur, just seeing the course set up and the new, changes to the holes and whatnot. The greens look freaking perfect, man. It was unbelievable. Yeah. It was great golf too, but really lead into that, to the drive, chip, and putt yesterday, and all the Tiger news. It's just all giddy, that's for sure.
All giddy. Yeah. Super cool to see Anna Davis win at 16 years old. That was going to be a stud. And then to your point, we had the chipping across the pond today. Tomorrow we got, tomorrow's Tuesday. Wednesday's the par 3 contest.
Right. They get some weather rolling in too.
Do they really?
Yeah. So they might get like 2 inches of rain
tomorrow.
Tomorrow or Wednesday. So
really? Yeah. What about the weekend? Does the weekend look all right?
I did not see the rest of the weekend, but they were talking about how soft everything was going to be.
Ooh, well, hopefully it's not too bad. But yeah, speaking of changes, I guess we'll start there. So there was some changes over. Well, I guess not their off season because Augusta's closed in the summer, so it would. Well, yeah, it would be their off season, but not our off season.
Mm-hmm.
And they lengthened what 11 and 15. Yeah, 11 and 15 by a total of like 35 yards. So I think 11 by 15 and 15 by 20 yards. Now the course is playing a little over what 75.
That's crazy.
75-15, I think I read.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I think they were trying to take out a little bit of the angle on 8. I don't think they've done that yet. I heard there's talk about that in this upcoming off season.
Okay.
So yeah, they lengthened those holes. I think they put a tree on the right on 15, and then 3, 13, and 17 are all brand new greens. I guess they're more penile, less bailouts. When Rory did his little walkthrough, actually, when he heard the news, he even said, he's like, I wanted to go check it out for myself. So he said, during his walkthrough, he noticed that the greens were unbelievable. He said they were just in incredible shape, but he did notice they're more penile with, less bailout room. So I'm super pumped to see those. And then to your point, Tiger said, you kind of really wouldn't know unless somebody told you.
Yeah, the on Saturday when they were playing, I think it went Stone. Her group was on 11. I think they showed because she veered right and then her partner veered left, and you could see the different angles going into 11 now because they took some of those trees out, right? And I guess they made more of like not pine bunkers, but like little patches of the pine. So it'll be interesting to see how they play it.
Yeah, I'm super, especially like you said, if it's soft. I mean, we saw that when DJ won it. Was that 2 years ago?
Yeah, 2020, right?
Yeah.
When it was November, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of, dude, 2019, the last time Tiger won it. I had to look back. I literally thought that was like last year. And I'm like, wait. Then I thought the Masters got canceled for some reason last year. Just COVID is just fucking everything up. And I literally was like,
you forgot about Hideki?
Yeah, I forgot about Hideki, and then I forgot about DJ until I started to look back on Wikipedia, and then I'm like, oh yeah. But I guess I just didn't realize how quick, it's 2022. 2019 seems like it was 6 years ago.
Oh, I know.
But, speaking of Tiger, what if he bails last minute? Do you think? I mean, I would be heartbroken. It's /pissed.
I think a lot of people would be heartbroken, pissed. I just don't like how he's going about it. Like his statement, obviously we recorded Monday, but his statement yesterday about game time decision, I'm going out there. I mean, obviously he's not taking a spot from anybody. It doesn't make a difference if there's no alternate list, right? But it just kind of, I don't know. I think he's going to do it. I just don't. I wish
he's kind of just downplaying it.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I hope he does play in it because I mean, just to see like again watching on the range today and then seeing him on the range, and then him waiting for JT to go off the first hole. And did you see? I think Porath tweeted it.
Yeah,
the crowd on the first tee on a Monday. It was just insane. So
so. I think not even after today, but I'm sure today kind of pushed him over, especially with all the fans there, right?
Yeah.
The guy shows up. He's not going to play a practice round unless something like dramatically happens, right? Like if his leg goes stiff, sleep tonight or something like that. But I mean, I get what you're saying. Yeah, he probably should have just came out and said it, but nobody kind of expected this, so it kind of seems legit. But with all the hype going around and him on the range, and I mean, you might as well just come out and say it. I don't think there's a chance that he's not playing.
Yeah, I've been burned before saying I don't making a decision or making an assumption about Tiger. So I'm not going to, I hope he does play, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But it's just like, just make a decision. I just couldn't believe all the hype about his golf shoes too. I was telling you, I think that was just so silly.
It is.
And then Nike's response to it. I mean, it got me thinking about you though. You should have had the TW13s back out. I'm sure those are more comfortable to walk in.
Yeah, true. I mean, I don't foresee him pulling out. Especially like I said, with everybody there, I think he knows he'd be letting a lot of people down. But then again, I don't think he really cares if he physically can't play. That's a different story. But judging in the last couple of days, seeing him, he looks super jacked again.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, people have been posting his numbers, like his swing speed. The guy is back. So
yeah, it was just like watching, live for the Masters on the Golf Channel. It was like, I forgot who the commentator was talking, but like he kept on harping like, the medalist is flat. It's not an easy course to walk, but it's a flat course. It doesn't compare to what, obviously Augusta is going to be, but they're also saying, he's probably going to try to get 9 holes in every day, especially with the weather coming in and everything like that. So I don't know. I mean, when do you think when do you think he's going to say yes or no?
Probably tomorrow. Yeah, I would say probably tomorrow. Here's the other thing too. If he pulls this thing where he plays like shit and like withdraws after 2 rounds, I would be super, super disappointed in that move. That's more of like an ego thing. That would get me fired up. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Like I'd rather him just not play than for that to happen, for him to like withdraw after 2 rounds because he's, 10 shots back. Again, I don't think that's going to happen. I honestly think he's going to be in contention come Sunday.
The pairings aren't out yet, are they?
No, as wild as that sounds.
You think? Wait, say that again. I'm sorry.
I said I think he's going to be in contention come Sunday. Dude, there's a reason why this guy's playing this course. If this is any other tournament, I don't think he comes back. He knows the course like the back of his hand. He knows he could play there. He's won there 5 times. There's a reason he's coming back for this Masters. He knows he has a competitive, a psychological edge on a lot of these guys just by being out
there. I'm not making any assumption. He could be, he couldn't be. I mean, was it Kyle Porter or was it Ray that tweeted the picture of the car crash on Sunday, like a side by side? It's like 14 months ago, this, using this accident. It was just crazy to think. So you could possibly be right. He could be in contention.
If he wins, are you going to be happy?
Yeah, I mean, of course. I'm not a big Tiger fan, but if he comes back and wins, that's incredible. I think Spieth is winning it, so it doesn't really matter. But
here we go. Spieth or Westy?
Spieth. 100%.
No, I'm saying Spieth or Westy, and you'd be a happy camper.
Right.
Speaking of somebody who could or could not win it, does Rory complete the Grand Slam this year?
No.
He's been playing probably his best golf in the last couple months.
What did he finish this weekend?
No idea.
Right. I don't know. I don't see it.
Statistically, he's been playing some of his best golf recently.
We were talking about today at the office was like, because the one pool we're in, you have to pick 12 guys, right? One of them has to be, I think, an amateur. And, it's not like you could pick, I mean, it's not like you pick from group A, group B, you pick whoever you want, right?
Yeah.
It's always funny to see. And it was like the guys were talking. It was just like, is Rory a guarantee on your list? Or just going through them here and there. I was just like thinking to myself, it's like, I don't know if I would put Rory on the list, to be honest with you.
Do you think he ever gets a career Grand Slam?
I do.
So just not this year.
I don't think it's this year.
Yeah, me neither. I think I hope. I mean, I like Rory a lot.
Oh yeah, Rory's a great. If he does great, that'd be cool to see.
Speaking of amateurs, I have a very sick obsession. This is like one of my favorite things about Augusta is the crow's nest.
The pictures on Twitter have been great.
Yeah, I've always just kind of had a fascination with it. Was able to dig a little bit deeper into that recently. Dude, it's so cool.
It looks like they haven't touched it, right? It's like they don't update it. It's just been the same for whatever.
That's primarily the coolest part about it. It's like legit like cottage.
Mm-hmm.
And it's super cool that it's only housed for the amateurs. You know, it's something pretty cool to remember.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's only been like, I don't know, 8 guys that have ever stayed in the crow's nest and then eventually have gone on to win it in years, years later.
Oh, I gotcha. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Phil, Tiger, who else? Ben Hogan. There's a few others, but they're all pretty big names. So
Mm-hmm.
that's not surprising. But yeah, the crow's nest, super cool. I think that's like one of the cool, like, mystique kind of things about Augusta that, it's, I don't think it's talked about a whole lot, but it is mentioned pretty much every Masters. I just think it's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, we got a couple of our guys down there this week, a couple of South boys.
Really?
Yeah. Johnny Best and Geary and Sweens and Arbiff. They're all down there. I think they're going to Wednesday's practice round.
Did they win the lottery? Was it the lottery?
Yeah. So they actually won it 2 years ago.
Oh, so I got you. Yeah.
Yeah. With everything with COVID and stuff like that, they haven't been able to use it. So yeah, they've been waiting a long 2 years to go.
That's awesome.
Yeah. They, John's been down there. Somebody in John's family has won the lottery like 3 out of the last 4 years or something crazy like that.
So how long have you been doing the lottery?
Probably 10 years.
Yeah. Okay.
Something like that.
I got to imagine by the end of our time,
yeah,
one of us got to win.
Well, and I do it from like, 2 different email addresses. And I also have like, other people do it too. So
sure.
Try to, increase the odds. But
right.
Yeah, I don't know how it's done. I don't know if it's super random. I don't know. But
well, it's got to be the algorithm.
That's right. The old algorithm. But I got him scooping me a flag to add to.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Funny thing is, he brought me a flag recently to the Thursday Night Golf League, signed by yours truly, Mr. Phil Mickelson.
Oh, from where?
You know what? I don't even recall. Maybe it was it his No, his PGA Championship is two. When was that? Was that 2020?
No, PGA
last year.
There's this year, yeah, last year, 2021.
I don't think it was from that. Maybe, I don't know. I totally blank on that, but yeah, I mean, he's always hooking it up with flags, so super pumped.
Yeah, they do it right there. Like my boss has been there, I think 5 times, but like every time, you could buy all your stuff and then they ship it back for you.
Did you see the average spending for like patron there on merch?
I did not. I know what he spends, or when he does it, and the box that comes back is sick. So
the average was like $1,200.
I'd probably buy everything I could.
Yeah, I mean, just in general, did you see tickets for the Masters?
Mm-mm.
Prices?
No, I didn't.
For like front row behind the ropes is like $8,000. Like it's just bananas. I mean, that place is just printing money besides their pimento cheese sandwiches all weekend.
I think it's back to full capacity though, right? This year too. I don't think last year was. This year is full. Yeah.
Oh yeah. This year it's definitely, I don't know if I would assume it's full capacity.
I'm pretty sure they said that today.
That place is going to be bumping.
That was the skipping on 16 was cool to see today too. Did you see the 3 go at the same time?
Uh-huh.
That was awesome.
Yep. every time I see that now, I still think, was that last year? I think it was last year. Rahm's ace.
Was it last year, a couple years ago? Yeah, but yeah.
I mean, that's got to be one of the most impressive shots that's like not talked about. Even when, not even so much like the skipping of the palm part, but once it hit the green, just to make a putt from where that thing rolled onto the green is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of another moment, which is also in my honorable mention for the top three later, is Jack's grandson with the old ace a couple years ago. That was awesome.
That was good. Yeah, on Wednesday.
Yeah. So you don't think Tiger's going to win? You don't think Rory's going to win? Do you think a no-namer has a shot at winning? We're talking like a Seamus Power or like a absolute no-namer, kind of like a Danny Willett situation.
I was going to say Willett. Yeah, I mean, honestly, anything's possible. I mean, look at Zalatoris last year. I mean, I knew you knew his name, but last year was his first year playing it, wasn't it?
Yeah,
came in a second. I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't. I know, bust my chops all you want, but like reading the stats and all that stuff, like I really think. I mean, I think Jordan owns that place for the most part, so I think I'm sticking with him. But it doesn't mean there's a no name that can't win it. I'm actually pretty. I mean, I'm always excited about the Masters, but it should be interesting to see how this week plays out because calm, cool, and collective Scotty, who's hot right now, and what he finished last year, he was up there, I think, wasn't he? Top 10, I thought.
Yeah, I think he was top 10.
So I mean, who knows? I mean, what do you think?
I mean, I would be shocked just with the field this year. It's loaded. I think it is kind of like probably like 20, 25 guys that could realistically win. And then outside of that, it would be like a for sure long shot.
So before T's picks, who you putting your money on? So
I like some of T's picks. I really like Neiman and I really like Xander. And who else do I like? I think that was about it in addition to T's picks, but those are kind of my personal picks. But
so how we doing this? Do we do top tens? Do you just pick out winners? Do you do a mixture of everything? What are you going to do? I know you remember this as being your Super Bowl for betting. So
yeah, I don't mess around with top tens, although maybe I will this year. I typically do. So I'll pick like 6, 7 outright winners before it even starts. And then I'll pick another 6 or 7 outright winners like after the second round.
Sure.
I do a ton of head-to-heads every day. I'll probably do 5 to 7 head-to-heads each day. And yeah, so that's probably what I lean towards more. Top tens, I don't really get into. I might mess around with that, but what about you?
Yeah, like Thursday, Friday, I'm just going to be sitting there betting holes. That's what I like to do on Thursday, Friday, when obviously I don't have the kids, took off work. This is my Christmas, type deal thing. So pick out a couple outright winners, but I do like to do the hole by hole. I find that's very entertaining for me.
Yeah, I like it, especially like in your case, knowing that you're going to be sitting there all day watching. You kind of get a feel of how guys are playing. So I think it's definitely beneficial. That's kind of why I do another outright winner after the second round, just because you kind of get to see some guys, what kind of trajectory they're on or how they're playing, and who has maybe who's like 4 or 5 shots back, but who has a legitimate chance. And then obviously when it hits, it's always super nice. But yeah, I mean, tons and tons of action going this weekend. We are officially back. I don't know if I've updated you. We're officially back for Sunday. We were never not back, but
Oh, do we got the in-laws taking Louie? We got a
No.
babysitter.
So yeah, we went back and forth, and I just said, you know what, I'll just take her. But
Mm-hmm.
I have a very I have a very strategic plan set up for Sunday.
Okay.
I'm going to keep her up until her little eyes can't take it anymore, to hopefully around like noon. And then I'm hoping, because that second nap has kind of gone away.
Oh yeah, that's the worst.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
So we've transitioned into like the one nap, but her one nap is still like, it's anywhere
2 hours.
2 to 3 hours.
There you go.
So I'm hoping, like today, she was at the babysitter's, and the babysitter said she didn't go down to like noon, which is crazy. She usually goes down at like 10:30,
Mm-hmm.
and then she slept from noon to 3. And I said, that's what I plan on doing on Sunday, but hopefully
that's prime play time.
Right. So that's the plan. Either way, like I said, it's going to be, the weather looks awesome for Sunday. So either way, we'll have a good time. We got some recipes brewing. Probably
there you go.
Smoke a pork butt and some other little apps and get the grill fired up, and yeah, so we'll have a good time. Other than that, man, I mean, everything about the Masters, it really is a tradition like any other, right? You obviously get the green jacket, you get the Masters invite, for essentially the rest of your career.
Right.
It's played at the same course every year. Just everything about it. I don't see how one person just does not like the Masters. I just don't get that at all. It certainly is overhyped, but for a good reason.
Oh, I don't think it's overhyped.
Well,
don't you say that right now.
For a good reason, though. I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
this is it, man.
This is it. It's like literally the best tournament of the year.
Well, okay, you're on the PGA right now. Would you rather 10 wins in the FedEx Cup or 1 Masters?
10 wins in a FedEx Cup.
Money's not an option. Money's.
I mean, yeah, I'd rather have a green.
You're on the tour, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. There's a lot of dough at stake there. All those other tournaments in the FedEx Cup, people forget those guys. They don't really forget green jackets.
Right.
So, yeah, I'd probably have to go green jacket, but, going back, I'm not saying it's overhyped. I'm just saying there's a lot of
excitement.
Yeah, there's a lot of excitement. I guess what I'm saying is, for people that aren't like complete golf junkies and complete golf nerds like us, I could see how they're like, dude, like what is all the hype about?
Sure. I see that.
Yeah, until you really dive into it, it's unbelievable.
But I have family members that aren't golfers that love this weekend, right? Because it's a good sports story, right? It's got everything for everybody.
Right. And going back to picks. So who do you like besides T's picks?
Obviously Spieth. I'm at to say Spieth. I think Scotty for sure. I like Scotty. I think Xander. I think Xander is a good call. I watched his interview on the range today, and I mean, I know it's just an interview, but he feels pretty dialed in. So
yeah,
and his stats are always been pretty good, So
yep.
I don't know. You're gonna laugh at it, but I'd love to see Bubba win again too.
God, I don't want to see.
I know, but I know he's got some issues, years past, but it's really cool to see him on Sunday when he was at the drive, chip, and putt and be there for the kids. And
I've been a huge Bubba guy the last couple of years. I think he's totally changed tune, and is less of a hard ass, so to speak, from what everybody says on tour and whatever. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's kind of the same thing with Phil. Like, nobody ever really knew that until.
Speaking of Phil, did you see that whole Bryson thing today?
No.
So Bryson's tried to reach out to him since the whole debacle came out, and it's been ghosted him. hasn't responded to any of his text messages.
Really?
Gone completely dark. Thought that was pretty crazy.
That is pretty crazy. I did see like a snippet of Bryson, and his biceps were crashing through his polo.
Man, you're really paying attention to the dude's physiques today, huh?
Dude, I mean, Bryson looked absolutely out of his mind, Jack. But I wouldn't be surprised if he contended there. Going back to a couple years when he said it was like a par 67 or par 68.
Right. That's right. That's right.
That was bananas. But jumping into T's picks, we'll jump right in with the Bookie with T Masters picks. And actually,
right, let's hear him.
So his long shot was my other one, and this guy is up there with the likes of Louis Oosthuizen, who has won me some money, but he's also lost me a lot more. Paul Casey. Paul Casey, I feel like, is always in contention there.
Oh, yeah.
So
I forgot about Louis. What a great call. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of a pool, Louis always on one of my teams, if not a couple.
You're 100%.
So, yeah, T's long shot, Paul Casey, 60-1. Next, we got Shane Lowry, 55-1. Sam Burns, 50-1. I like that call there. He's got some confidence rolling into the Masters. Patrick Cantlay, 25-1, and his favorite to win the 2022 Masters, JT, 14-1.
How do you feel about that?
I like it. I mean, I think JT's very capable by winning probably by like 3 or 4 strokes if he played lights out. I think JT has probably picked Tiger's brain over the last couple of years about Augusta, and I'm sure he's gotten intimate with Tiger just about little nuances that take place at Augusta. And I mean, are you saying would I be shocked if JT won it?
No, not really. I was just kind of curious how you felt about that being his favorite.
Yeah, no, I don't hate it by any means. I think JT's been a little cold as of late, but there's nothing like a Masters to get you jacked up.
No kidding.
So he went out and played. I think today with Tiger. It was JT, Freddie, and I forget.
Well, I was laughing because they were, there's the Golf Channel coverage, and they were laughing at Tiger sitting there waiting for JT to finish his warm up on the range, and they kept on making a joke like, "Oh man, if this is years of past, Tiger would have just walked straight by. He waited for nobody," type deal thing. So it's kind of funny.
Right. I just love how Freddie was with him.
Yes.
I mean, there's nobody cooler in the game than Freddie.
Oh heck, no gloves, Freddie. I used to play with no golf gloves just because of that.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. I mean, if there's like 3 guys I would ever want to be, Fred Couples is one of them. I mean, he just
don't disagree.
He reminds me. Who Fred Couples reminds me of? He reminds me of he's like the golf version of like Joe Namath, Joe Cool.
Great comparison.
Obviously, probably not as big of a nut job as Joe Namath was, but Freddie's just super cool, super buttery swing. But that wraps up the Book It with T picks, and you could book it with T. And then we'll jump right into the top 3 round. Are you ready?
Okay. I'm ready for the top 3.
So I want to know your top 3 favorite Masters moments of all time.
So I really, in the 3 hole is when Spieth won. I really enjoyed that round. That was a good round to watch. I'm going to jump on your bandwagon. I thought 2019 when Tiger won was awesome, especially with Charlie standing right there. That was like a real cool pull at the, heartstrings moment. Obviously us being dads, it was just like awesome to see him come back. It made me like him more than I did. And then my number 1, and I've told the story before, but my favorite one was when Bubba won his first one. A, because I had money on it, but B, because of that ridiculous shot
Out of the woods.
Yeah, when he curved it like that. That was, I remember sitting on my father-in-law's chair watching that, and that was just like, holy shit, like that was awesome.
That shot was absolutely bananas.
Yeah. So, and then seeing his, I'm a softie, seeing his raw emotion after he won it too, that was really cool. So I think that would be my top three. I mean, all Masters are good, but obviously that's the ones that stick out in my mind right now.
Gotcha. My honorable mention would go to Hideki. I thought that was super cool.
Good call.
Being the first Japanese player to win it, everything that was kind of surrounded it afterwards, especially his caddy.
Yes,
with the bow to the flag,
and his round on that Saturday, his back nine on that Saturday,
bananas. And then, as you can imagine, the rest of my list is Tiger hats. So in the 3-hole, we're gonna go way back to the '97 Masters when Tiger torched the field by 12 strokes and absolutely dominated. So that's the 3-hole. Number 2, we're gonna go Tiger winning the 2019 Masters, the comeback.
Okay.
As you mentioned, with Charlie there, and nobody was really sure if he was coming back. Kind of made a huge statement in the second round, and then the final round was just full of dramatics with Frankie and balls going water. Is wild.
And then the thing that always sticks out to me when I think about that too is, remember on hole 12 when like he played it smart and you had Brooks Koepka and everything like that. They went in the water, they fell short, and then I could have swore like Tiger had that little smirk on his fake.
Yep. And that's part of it, and that's why I think he's coming back this year. He just knows the course. And then number 1, obviously the iconic chip on 16. I mean, I don't think the Masters gets mentioned anymore without that clip showing. I mean,
that's very true.
For when it went down, just everything about it, not only his reaction, but whatchamacallit's reaction.
The caddy.
What is his name? Jesus.
What is his name?
I don't know. I don't even know how we're forgetting this right now. But anyways, everything just that happened. And then obviously like just the last roll, the ball, the one dimple roll drops in the cup, like where he was at on, the curtain next to the rough, like the difficulty of that shot was unbelievable. He probably had, a baseball size target to where he could, hit that thing and have a chance. And the fact that he did it, and then everything that followed after, unreal.
Steve Williams,
Stevie, so Steve, they're both of the reactions was unbelievable. So that rounds out the top 3.
So if he plays this weekend, right, and he's in contention, can we get you in Sunday on your Sunday Red polo?
You better believe it. I'll go live. I'll go live on IG.
That's what I'm saying. I need this. Everybody needs to see this.
1,000%.
Okay. Plus, it's your birthday. Come on.
Yeah, I'll have no problem doing that. I might even throw Lily in like a red dress.
Okay.
Yeah. So, last reminder, because you guys are going to hear this Wednesday morning, which is the deadline for the CGT season kickoff scramble. If you don't have a team registered yet, get in there. You could always sign up as a single. We'll find you guys to play with.
Yep.
It's going to be a blast. I mean, we're going to play golf, watch Masters, eat, drink, have a good time, meet each other. I don't know, what more you could ask for a season kickoff there.
Exactly. Masters Saturday, and then Southside, they start next week, don't they? Or the 16th?
The 16th.
So if you're planning to play, get your registration in.
Yep, that's right. You guys kick off, a week from this Saturday. So the season is upon us there, Rob.
I mean, I'm jonesing so bad to get out there. It's not even funny. This weather's really pissing me off.
Yeah, same. I I was talking about going to the range in the next couple of days just to get, because I know what's going to happen Saturday, unless you or I get there like butt ass early, we're not going to sniff the range. So, we're just not going to have time for it. So that's out of the question. So we're going to have to get some swings in prior to. So just take that into consideration there, big man.
I think about doing a simulator.
Yeah. What? Friday night?
Thursday, Friday, maybe. We'll see. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I want to go hit some live balls. But I'll probably have I'll probably have this thing fired up sometime this week. But until next time, Rob, we'll see you in the fairway.
Happy Masters Week, man.
Happy Masters Week. We'll see you there, buddy.
Later, dude.